And let's finish up this little painting. We put that in a few minutes ago. Got a little bit of bad there. We got that. We'll work on all that. All right, so I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight these trees up here with a little bit of green. Let's put a little bit of our green on. If it's a little bit dark, don't worry about it, because we're going to put highlights on it. I'm just trying to get this here done. Just kind of knock that there. Get a little green on it. Just kind of pretty it up there just a bit. Kind of bring those trees to life. That'll kind of bring them forward a little bit too. And then when we put highlights on it, you'll really see it pop. But as you can see, we get in there, you can kind of see the greenery coming in. Then we'll just knock this out here pretty quick. This is a class, and I can't remember when this class is coming up. If it's June, I think it's June. This will be our class for June. I need to put these classes online, I think, or maybe maybe we should do like a live. Oops, we got some stuff in that. I don't like that. Doggone it. Got a little bit of paint flakes in there. Well, we'll just have to get rid of them best we can. But maybe we do like a live class where we kind of paint along. I'm not real sure how you do that, but I'm sure we could. Let's see there. There we go. Just a little bit of that. And like I said, we'll make that brighter later. Okay. So now I'm in here. I'm just going to kind of bring some of those highlights down here a little bit more. Kind of coming through there a little bit. We can see a little bit through there, but not a lot. All right. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that out. And I think I'm going to put some bushes in here. There's my little footsie brush, you know, that I like so much. I'm going to go into that yellow, a little bit of that green, but quite a bit of that yellow on this side. I want this to be, oh, you know what? Let me clean that out. Let me redo that a little bit because I need to get some of that black. And I want to build this up just a little bit right in here. Like this is going to be some bushes right here. And they're going to come down here. And then down in here, remember what we do to that side, we'll do to this side. Just like this. Don't worry about too much in here swirling it yet. Blending it yet. I'm going to blend it just a hair. Just to kind of knock some of the roughness off like that. There we go. And now let's clean that out. Now out here on this one, I want that really kind of on the yellowish side. Just pop, boom, boom. Just like this. Because I want that to kind of look like that. The light's hitting it out here. And we'll highlight it a little bit more, I promise. And then we'll just come down in here. Just dragging that down just a little bit. There we go. Here we go. And now with that, then we kind of come across. See how that knocks that down too? Because that underpainting is just a little bit, but I want a little bit more right in there. So that underpainting is still just a little bit wet. So it kind of gives you that wet illusion. And then we'll seed all that in just a minute. But I like that. I like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. All right. So let's come in here. And now over here, I want to add a little bit of green to that. And maybe just a little bit of yellow ochre. I want to tone that down here because this will be in the shade. So let's see what we've got here. There we go. See, I brought those trees way down, but something like this. And we'll do some highlighting on it too. Just somewhere like that. Let's just kind of down here, and we may have to put some more on it here in just a minute. All right, just something like that, just something real simple. And then remember, down here, I'm going to do this, just tap, 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 just like this. See that? Now, watch this. Take our brush, and then just real lightly. You can even pull it down just a little bit, and then go over it. And we might do this a couple of times. See, but what I would suggest is don't do a lot of it at first, because if you don't like it, or I'm sorry, if you do too much of it and just get it too dark and or too light, you may not like it. So just do a little bit at a time. Do layers if you have to, and see. Just pull down if you want, and then when you pull, see how it makes it almost wiggly in there, like it's okay. And I like that for right now. Just leave it be. Leave it be. Okay, so now we've got to get our tree up here. And our trees, let's get a little bit of that yellow. Let's come up here. We want to make us more of a tree color. We want it on the green side, but with a little bit more of that yellow for highlights. And let's see what we got here. Let's see, do we need to change it up in here? No, I think that'll be good. Something just like this. Going to come up in here. And again, remember we've put the coat of black on it, and we put a little of that green on there. Now we're going in with just a little bit lighter green, and just kind of getting that in there. I think I can hear my wife down the hall in the kitchen making sweet tea. Sweet tea sounds pretty good right now, but we're going to have it for dinner. We just did a class today, our Council on Aging class, and it's, I don't even know what time it is. It's 2 o'clock now. We finished at about 12. We got out of there about 12:15, came home, put our stuff away, got the brushes and cleaned, and they're drying. And I said, you know what, I'm going to finish this. Even though yesterday we were working on this, and I said, oh, just a few minutes ago. But really it was a whole day later, because I had to get paint stuff ready yesterday when I was working on this. So, and again, we're just realizing. Now, if we were doing a big painting, we could really make this pop. We could put a lot more detail in, and I got a little bit of paint on my brush. I'm not putting much in there. I don't want you to see a lot. There we go. There we go. And now, what I'm going to do is that same thing here. I'm going to kind of come down here, and we're going to see that kind of goes all the way in there. I think I can get another one on here real quick for it before it dries. I hope. We don't want it to dry too much in there. Something like that. I might even be able to get another one in there real quick if I hurry. Something like that. And now let's just see if we can lightly go across. It may have started to dry on us, didn't it? That's okay. We're gonna doctor it up here in a minute. So if you get, something like that, then we're kind of out here, and I don't really like that. So let's just kind of. We'll fix that here in a minute. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it. But I kind of like that. Okay. Now, what do we need to fix in here? Okay. Let's go back and remember that stuff I had here. I'm going to put just some little highlights on it, just in here. There we go. Then over here, remember it was kind of brighter, but just kind of down into. There we go. Then over here, let's leave that. Let's leave that. All right, now, what if I come just kind of pull down just a little bit? See, I've let it dry on me just a little bit, and there was a reason for that. I wanted it to dry just a little bit, just because I didn't want to blur it too much. But see how that's just, oh yeah, that's looking good. And we're gonna fix this all up here in a minute. Okay, so let's get our palette knife. Let's cut us off a little roll of white. Let's come in here and just don't put you a straight line. Let's keep it broke up a little bit. Something like that. Yeah, look at there. We can kind of come this way. Now, look at this. Watch this. I say watch this. There we go. Let's see, let's cut us off another little roll here. Don't. And if you're afraid of your pressure, use your, well, shoot. Use your short end and you can get a little smaller. If. And I think I want to leave that for now because I think I want to do something else. But let's. Yep, cut off a little roll of paint. And if you need a little bit more, just tip it. Don't tip it too much because then you might get. Oh yeah, looky there. I like that. Look at that. Look how that's just popping. All right, so we have a little bad area here. A little bad area. Okay, let me drain this water, get us some clean water. Let's come in here. Let's get that brush kind of cleaned up. Let's grab a little bit of that blue. Let's just bring it over here. Let me get some fresh. There we go. And we're going to make this paint just very transparent. Let me get a little more water. I don't like that. Okay. And let's just start. Oh, ooh. That was some bad mojo there. We pulled off some dry paint. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that, just kind of to go to nothing. And if you need to, just kind of let's add a little bit more. Add a little bit more until we decide where we like it. Kind of what we're doing is taking that stuff out I didn't like there. Now I can just kind of go over it. Look how that blue just makes it look like it sunk it down in the water a little bit. See, look at that. Look at that. It just sinks it. Let's come back here and try it. Oh, look at that. Look how it's, oh, yeah, but that was bad. That was bad, bad, bad. Let me clean that up a little bit. And now if you want to take your little bit of white, come over here. Because white is not as transparent, so it can cover up some of your work. So you got to be careful with white. Look at that. Now I'm putting just a little bit of that white on here, and it kind of brings a shimmer, a shine to the water. Look at that. And I'm going to add a little bit here. I want that to look, and I want those trees to kind of look like they go under the water. Look at that. Look at that. So tell me if you like that or not, because that's going to make an excellent painting. See there? It's coming right up in here. Let me add a little bit more water. Maybe get a little bit more. And I don't know, again, is this the right way to do it? I don't know. I've done it this way for a long time, and it seems to work for me. Got a little too much wet there, so let me. But the more I go over it, see, it just kind of, look at that, look at that. Oh yeah, look at that. I want to add a little bit over this. Let's add a little bit more. But the thing is to keep it really, really soupy. There we go. Look at that. I'm telling you what, I like that. I'm going to add just a little bit right up on there, just to kind of get some of those harsh lines out of there. Tell me that doesn't look like we worked on this for days to get that sheen. We worked on it for literally a few seconds. And if you get some of that, it looks like a little milky. Don't worry about it. It will dry a little clear. I want to bring those down just a little bit. I want that to be underwater just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. All right, now I think to finish this up, I am going to take my little footsie. You know I like my little footsie. I'm going to go into some of that pure yellow, just kind of bring it down here and just let it tone down on that green just a little bit. And then I'm going to just highlight, because I think that sun would be hitting it right in there. Oh yeah, I'm not done with this, am I? About forgot. We got to have a little color on there. But we don't want too much, because this cove is dark. It's dark in this cove here. So it's going to reflect a lot more of just the darkness, but that's okay. We want to add a little bit. Oops, let me get some of that. Kind of went crazy on the green over here. Come on, there we go. There we go. All right, now let's take that brush I had right here and just lightly over it. Let's go down a little bit if we need to. But boom. And I'm gonna try and get a little bit here, because remember I said I didn't like that little edge there. And then maybe I can lighten that right in here. There we go. There we go. That just kind of helps kill that edge a little bit. I can still see it, but I'm not hating it right now. There we go. I think, you know what? We're going to call that one done. That is another little painting we're going to do, and I think it's in our June class. But, oh yeah, here, while we got just a couple of seconds here, let's take our script liner brush. Let's go into some of that black. Make it nice and, okay. Let's put us a little tree coming up here. right there. If you want, you know, you can make sure that you got your little stumpy sticking through there a little bit. Maybe. There we go. Over there. I don't want a lot though. There we go. Maybe. There. See, that was there. Oh, and let's just, now here, we're just gonna, something like that. And then we'll just let that dry just for a second. I don't want to put too much on it. And then let's see if we can just kind of pull it a little bit. Zigzag it. Just real lightly. Just zigzag it. There we go. Might have rubbed a little bit too much off. See if I can. There we go. I think that's good. You can kind of see it. Let me just kind of get it in here a little bit more. There we go. Just something real lightly. And that's good. I like it. I think it's going to be perfect for class. I think it's going to be something that everybody can paint. And I think it's something that they will enjoy painting. Let me know what you think. And if you have any ideas for my classes, I'd love to hear them because I'm willing to paint anything. Like I said, I just saw this and it was kind of a Bob Ross. I don't know if it was Bob. I think it was Bob Ross, but I just really liked it, and I thought, you know, that's one of those that can really, really pop. There we go. I'm just going to kind of little tap of a couple of those. You know, remember these back here? They got a little bit on there. Just touching up there. I think that's good. Let's just call that done. All right, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you on the next one. Like I said, I had one before this, and now I'm starting to get some videos out again, and I will get these out this week or over the next couple of weeks. And I think you'll enjoy these. Paint along if you want to. I think that this was a really fun little painting. So I'll see you on the next one.